Is it facts or fiction that in the clutch, you were a better player than LeBron James?
Facts. Facts.
For the record, Paul Pierce stayed in Boston. For the record, that's all I can say.
I think based on where you rank LeBron and you rank Wade and where you put Bosh in all-time history, they might have underachieved.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy SoKraZyTv, back with another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more videos. In this video, we're going to be talking about Paul Pierce, man. Paul Pierce made some statements on Keyshawn Johnson's podcast. All facts, no breaks, and we're gonna talk about it, man. I got a couple of videos for y'all, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But I do appreciate y'all, and I do love y'all for all the love, man. We are nearing our 4,000 subscriber goal. We're just about 60 subs away from our goal, and I appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get to the video.
Is it facts or fiction that in the clutch, you were a better player than LeBron James?
Facts. Facts.
Dad, what do you think? It's facts?
Man, I'm not getting involved in this at all, to be honest with you. Paul know how I feel about him, and Paul knows how I feel about LeBron James.
Facts.
I can certainly say that, for the record, Paul Pierce stayed in Boston. For the record, that's all I can say. He didn't move around. He didn't do those. He didn't recruit anybody outside of KG and Ray Allen via trades. That's all I can say.
Yeah, true facts.
Okay.
All right, so Keyshawn Johnson's son asked Paul Pierce a question saying, are you more clutch than LeBron James? Now, LeBron been in the league since 03, right? Paul Pierce, 98, right? We know this. I would take Paul Pierce in the clutch in Bron's earlier years. I would take Paul Pierce. But from 2012 on, you could miss me with that BS because Bron showed that he was clutch. Now, after the 2011 series where he kind of melted down against the Mavericks, we all know that, right? So, yeah, after that, he became another beast that we never seen. So, I would have to give it to LeBron James after the 2011. But Paul Pierce, I know what he's talking about, man. He thinks he's slick. He's talking whole career. I already know what he's talking about. And it's like he always sets himself up to say something about LeBron every chance he gets. And it's kind of funny. Him and KG do the same thing. They say he's the GOAT 1 minute, and then they have to say something about Bron to keep them relevant, right? But to answer his question, he was clutch in the beginning of Bron's career, and later to the Miami Heat Big Three, going into 2012, playing the OKC Thunder. That whole 2012 season, Bron was on another level, and that's when he showcased his clutchness to a whole new level. So I would have to say that. Now, let's get into what Paul Pierce is really talking about here.
So here's a clip where you knew the Heat's Big Three was going to be a problem.
They said LeBron, Wade, and Bosh was on one team. I was like, what? That you talk about our Big Three was cool. I was like, man, ain't nobody going to beat them. One year we went to Game 7 with the Miami Heat.
Yeah. You guys were up in that series, though, right?
Yeah, we went up 3-2. Yeah. We was up 3-2 and then went home for the closeout.
Game 6.
Game
LeBron dropped
6,
45, one of his best playoff games ever.
I'm going to say this. I think that was one of the most defining games of LeBron's career.
Absolutely incredible.
He turned the corner that game. Because people was like, is he clutch? Is he this? Is he soft or that? But after that game,
there was no question.
There was no more question.
So that right there was a clip on All the Smoke, right? Where Paul Pierce talks about the Big Three and how scary they were and all that and how they played the Celtics. Man, those were battles, man. Those were battles, and they're actually a rivalry. And Paul Pierce is speaking about how the Big Three ended the Celtics. He doesn't want to say it. He ain't saying it, but I'm going to say it for him. The Big Three Heat, man, they annihilated the Celtics, man, after Bron put up 45, that amazing playoffs, man, and just ended them, man. And Paul Pierce is going to speak about it in these next clips, how they were seasoned, they were old, out the oven. Yeah, man, they were cooked, man. When Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen assembled, right? Everybody was like, oh man, it's a new big three. But them boys were old, right? They were old, end of their careers. You know, they were already like 13 years in the game. So they were like close to the end, right? So when they assembled, they won a ring, right? They were whooping teams. I remember that 08 year. And then Bron does the same thing, right? But this time he does it with prime players. D Wade, you could say he was top 5 in the league. Bosh, 15, 20, maybe 25, you could say, but he was one of the power forwards in the league, right? Putting up 21 and 10 in Toronto. So those boys were, man, once they assembled, man, it was up and running, man. And they just destroyed the Celtics. The Celtics didn't have enough. And then they snatched Ray Allen, man. They snatched Ray Allen, and it was wraps after that.
Oh, no, they was tough. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, when you look at it, you had LeBron, who arguably is the GOAT. You got D Wade, who probably the third best two guard ever, and Bosh was a perennial all-star, all in their prime. You know, I knew they was gonna be a problem. I knew once they teamed up, that there was gonna be a major problem, and that's why they won a couple championships, and they had one of the longest winning streaks. I think at one point they won like 30-something games in a row, maybe 28 in a row. Yeah, I knew there was gonna be a problem because we was older already. They was in their prime.
Yeah,
and
that
so
was already seasoned.
Yeah, we was already out the oven. We was already cooked.
And nobody else had 3 stars, huh?
Not at that level.
I mean, y'all was older.
Yeah, we was older, but nobody had the big 3.
Nobody had.
Based on where you rank LeBron and you rank Wade and where you put Bosh in all-time history, they might have underachieved. I just look at them that highly. That's why. I looked at that team that highly that they could have ran the table, like with 4, because they went to 4 finals.
So in those couple of clips right there, Paul Pierce is praising the big 3. He's saying that the big 3 were tough. They were hard to beat. And I agree. You know what I'm saying? When they assembled LeBron being the second best player in the league, you could arguably say he was the best player in the league. Kobe was still in his prime. D Wade, top 5 player, top 2 shooting guard in the league. Bosh, I mean, you could throw him in top 15, top 20, top 25, wherever you got him, man. But we all know that big 3 in their primes, no one seen that before. No one has assembled a team like that at those times. Y'all got to remember, man, the big 3 Celtics were old. You know what I'm saying? 13 years in. And I remember the Heat went on that winning streak, man. They were beating teams left and right. They just got stomped by Dallas, man. And it's all right to admit that. And but yeah, man, they were supposed to win. And I remember in that rally, LeBron said they was gonna win not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Paul Pierce said that, man. He brought that up, and he's right. They did say that, and they were hyping the Heat up at those times, and they only went to 4 finals, and they won 2 out of 4. That's all right, but I get what Paul's saying, man, with the primes of those 3 and not winning 4, not winning at least 3. You know what I'm saying? So I get what he's saying, man. I'm not gonna argue that, but I don't agree with the clutch thing. I don't agree with that, man, because 2012 Bron and on, he was on another level, man. He even wiped out Toronto. A team was scared of him. You know what I'm saying? So we can't knock Bron, man. We know how great he is. We know how great D Wade was, and we know how great Chris Bosh was, man. Hall of Famers, man. First ballot, and we already know this, man. But I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, man. I'm gonna wrap this up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We about to hit 4K, man. I need to hit this goal. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all, man. Salute, peace, and love, family.